Hi, I'm Jessica Gonzalez. Again, thank you for clicking into this video. I do these I do these live, so there's literally nobody watching right now, but I rather do them live in case there's somebody that might come on and actually want to have a conversation, because I'm not really looking to gain an audience. What I'm looking to gain is dialogue and conversations. Change it from a liberation monologue to maybe hopefully liberation dialogue at some point. But this video I'm making right now is inspired by some Dominicans that I've been unfortunate enough to interface with on YouTube over the past couple of days or week or so. So there's this Dominican woman who has a channel, and the channel's literally called Childlike TV Language. And this woman, she recently got, her DNA results or whatever, and she was, talking about blackness in that video. And I saw a couple of Dominican men come on to her comments, and immediately get really anti-black, get really viciously anti-black in their comments and what they're saying. And it's like, yo, that's corny and trashy, and you don't know who the fuck you are. So I thought I'd make this video real quick just to say, you know what? Most of us are coons. Most of Dominicans are coons. They fucking hate blackness. They hate themselves. They don't know who they are. They don't really care. They're just trying to escape to whiteness, and it's never going to happen for them. And it's too bad, so sad, and it's really pathetic. But some of us know what's going on. And I just wanted to make this video again to just go over some of them things I'm noticing about this phenomenon, right? So the first thing I notice about this whole Dominican anti-black thing is that, one, it's based in ignorance. Like, it's complete, just actual, like, literal, you don't know. So the first thing you wouldn't know if you're an anti-black Dominican is that anti-blackness, I would imagine, from what I've read and what I know, is, at least their brand is completely antithetical to what being a Taino actually was. And Tainos are the principal original people of those lands. So we can't stand here now and say, oh, but we're white, we're mixed, we're some new shit. No, we're not some new shit, okay? The Europeans didn't manage to exterminate all the Tainos on the island. Any of us that are even like remotely tied to Taino blood have an ethical and moral duty to our ancestors to uphold their principles. So I don't know where that's coming from. You must not understand what Tainos were like. And in those early documents and diaries by the Europeans, what we know is that Tainos had a completely different view of masculinity and femininity than these machismo, seeking to be white Dominicans have turned it into. Masculinity and femininity to Tainos didn't exist, as I understand it. Men and women shared responsibilities and duties pretty much evenly, so much to the point where the Europeans actually, when they landed and they observed the customs and the interplay between the men and the women, they called the women macho. They said these women are macho because the women got to choose when they had sex with the men and which men they had sex with, and everybody got along and everybody was in peace. The males slept over here and the females and the children slept over there. So women and children weren't always available to men to be their, beast of burden like we have here in Western patriarchal society. So again, actual literal ignorance. Another thing they're ignorant about is the Taino will to be free. So Tainos never wanted to be white. Never wanted to be white. They wouldn't have settled for this. They wouldn't have settled for this trying to be white now that Dominicans are trying to do still in 2018. Tainos were so hardcore and so committed to their liberties and freedoms that when they were captured by the Europeans, they would at times often just kill themselves. just to deprive the Europeans of their body and their labor, which is what those white Europeans were even after. They would kill themselves. They would choose death. That leads me to my next thing. The next problem with these self-hating Dominicans is they are cutting Whitey way too much slack. Whitey is the enemy. The Europeans came in, took our land, took our resources, took our women and children, everything, everyone, demolished everything. And then these people want to say, no, but we're mixed. You're denying your European ancestry. European ancestry? You mean deny my European slave master? Yeah, I'm going to deny my European slave. What the fuck? What? I mean, how does this make any sense? Like, why would I have pride? Why would I have pride in that? Like, that's like telling, oh, Jewish people, you have to have a little pride in Germany and Hitler and the Nazi Party. Like, that don't make no sense. That literally is ignorant shit. Ignorant, happy slave shit that doesn't make any sense. The next thing I want to talk about, but this kind of goes hand in hand, is the element of toxic machismo in Latin countries, and the Dominican Republic, you know, namely being one of them, being top. Right up there. The now mixed Latins, Latinos, whatever that they're calling themselves now, of the Hispaniola and all throughout Latin America are faced with the same fear that Francis Welsing has spoken about for white supremacist Europeans here in the United States and the world over. And what that is a threat of the threat of black genetics. They're scared that white people won't exist anymore. They're scared because of the potency of the genetics of melanin, as I understand it, as Dr. Welsing explains it. These new mixed men are essentially psychologically cuckolded. They're essentially scared that this light-skinned feature that they've inherited, which they see as a mark of something, they've been putting into this like attaining whiteness. Now they can't attain it. But their real fear is genetic annihilation by the white man. That's where that comes from. So anytime you see some Dominican man talking about some, oh, but our women, they're going to take our women, because on that comment thread, that's what these two guys started in about, is that, black Americans, they call them black Nazis, I think, want to con our women into thinking that we're all black too, so that we can all sleep together. Do you think black men have trouble bagging Dominican women? Like, have they had that problem? Because it looks like Dominican women, we are free to go with black men. Because if you know anything about us and us as a people, our women are free. And the vaginas of Dominican women belong to the Dominican women that the vaginas are attached to. They don't belong to the men. We can do with it whatever the fuck we want. If you want the Dominican women for you, be a better man. The last point I want to bring up in this video, because I want to try to keep it short, I'm already over 8 minutes, is why this will fail, no matter what. This Dominican machismo, trying to be white, trying to whatever approach, isn't going to work for much longer, and here's why. Mommy and daddy don't want you. Meaning, here in the States, okay, there are two types of whites. Even in Europe, two types of whites. Liberals that at least claim openly to be okay with blackness, or right-wingers. Right-wingers hate spics. So you're not going to find a friend in Trump and co. and the right wing and everything like that with hating blacks. So that language just isn't compatible. And when you want to, let's say you want to ingratiate yourself with the American left is all pro-Afro-Latina right now. So what are you going to do? It's all pro-black queen right now. So where are you going to find an ally? Self-hating Dominican? Where? And Dominican, that's a cute one. That's something I picked up. One of Yvette Carnell's audience members, somebody that came from the Breaking Brown family to troll me. called me a Dominican, and I didn't appreciate it because it doesn't apply. But I thought it was a cool, I thought it was a funny word. So from now on, when I hear about all these Dominican dudes talking about, well, black men want to come and take our women and this and that and these Haitians and blah, 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 you know what already? Dominican. So that's the word of the day. Thank you for clicking into this video and watching it. I'm working on trying to keep them shorter. But there's so much to say because I could have really gone into all that history and everything like that. But thanks again for watching. If you have any comments, I saw that somebody at least tried to make a comment during the video. So I might start recording ones that I just want to get through and might want to just do live for just Q&A session. I'll think about that. But thanks for clicking in. Yes, I know, Yvette, yes, Yvette's audience. And that's one thing I'd like to talk to Yvette about. But that's the thing is, like, this is why I call this channel Liberation Monologue, is because it's like, you know, monologue is ongoing. And I want it to be dialogue because it's ongoing. Like, sometimes Yvette talks like she has the final answer, and she doesn't exactly. And I don't either. None of us do. So that's why this has to become a dialogue and a discussion. But yes, I am certainly aware. Yes, Yvette is cultivating an audience that is about their shit, and she has every right and duty to. And I support her, and all that means is that we self-hating Dominicans and everybody else that's in that boat, we got to start educating ourselves as well and figuring out how we're going to get forward. But let me just go ahead and look at these comments offline because, like I said, I'm going to try to see what I can do about keeping these videos reasonable. But thanks again for watching, and feel free to leave any comments. I think I'm probably going to come back some point later today and make something else. So if we want to just make it a Q&A live stream later or add that into the mix, I'm more than happy to. Thanks again for watching this one.